this example, you have z, which is defined using x and y, and it's a polynomial function. At the same time, x is a function of t, y is a function of t. Question says, hey, find the rate of change of z with respect to t when t is equal to 0. Let us begin. First of all, you know that the derivative of z with respect to t is partial derivative of z with respect to x times the derivative of x with respect to t plus partial derivative of z with respect to y times the derivative of y with respect to t. The visualization is the following curve here. Now, partial derivative of z with respect to x is 2xy plus 3x to the 4th. Why is that? Because when you're taking the partial derivative with respect to x, it means that y is a constant. So when y is a constant, it means that you're basically taking the derivative of x squared a plus 3x a to the 4th. So when you're taking the derivative of this guy with respect to x, it is 2xa, a is just y, plus 3a to the 4th or 3y to the 4th. Now, let's take the derivative of x with respect to t, which is basically using the chain rule to cosine of 2t, plus take the partial derivative of z with respect to y. It means that x is a constant, so you end up with x squared plus 12xy cubed times the derivative of y with respect to t, or the derivative of cosine t, which is negative sine t. Okay, it says t must be equal to 0. So when t is equal to 0, remember x is sine 2t. So you end up with sine of 0, which is 0. What about y? Y is cosine of t. So when you plug in 0 for t, you end up with cosine 0, which is just 1. So when t is equal to 0, your x is 0, your y is 1. Let us do the substitution. You end up with 0 plus 3, y is 0 because it has x, it becomes 0 plus 3 times 1 to the 4th, which is 3, times 2 cosine of 2t. Again, your t is equal to 0 plus x is 0 again. So these two terms become 0. And it doesn't matter if you multiply by anything else. Then you add them all together. It becomes 6. Cosine of 0 is equal to 1, everyone. Sine of 0 is always 0 as well. So you end up with 3 times 2 times 1, which is just 6. So this is the rate of change of the function with respect to t at 0 and 1, or when t is equal to 0.